It has not always been a smooth sailing, but I want to take you through what I managed to do to get this to work for me. A few little things that I had to do to make this machine to work for the money I pay for it. The first thing that didn't work was that bobbin threader. Never did. I don't know if something was missing along the way. It's either it's too tight or it's too loose, what have you. Then the thread. You just thought thread is thread, right? No, thread is not a thread. It's an absolute nightmare because this wasn't bought in the UK. So contacting the seller to tell you exact thread that this machine used was a job on its own. But I want to talk you guys through what I did, because at the end of the day, I did make it work in the end. Then you got issue like the footer lifter that's supposed to lift the footer up. This never really worked. Each time I have that little ring there into the little hole, it just keep falling off. So I found a way to walk around what I can walk around. So I realized I can just abandon that altogether and just manually use my hands to, lift the footer up. It does the exact same thing. So that issue was sorted. Then you got other issues like me pulling the hair out as the machine is going. I don't know how fast the machine is going. So that was a wrong practice that I've accumulated over the years with my domestic machine. So that was easily sorted out. Don't pull it out anymore. That was fine. This came with 100 needle with it, which was really handy. So there is a number there, whatever that means to you, I wouldn't know. So as far as sewing goes, this just so straight line. There's no settings, them more settings in the domestic machine that allow you to double or even triple your weft. They don't exist on this. It looks, from what I can tell anyway so far, just a straight line, and that is all I needed for, if I'm to be honest with you. So to get around the bobbin issue, I keep saying bobbin issue is to use my old machine, not this very one, but I'm just using this to kind of explain what I'm trying to say. The white knob I'm touching there have to be removed from this other machine. This is the Singer traditional. So he took off that white knob there. That means the bobbin that I use for the industrial sewing machine I can now thread this on this Singer traditional machine. So the other issue I had was the bobbin. The bobbin that came with this machine was like matte, which means it kept jamming, wasn't smooth at all. So we have had to come up with a different bobbin, same size but smooth, just really smooth, easy to. Once I put this inside the machine, you can see the difference. It was no longer jamming, which was a big issue as that I was experiencing from the bobbin that it came with, the one with the matte finish. So that was no use. So these are things I wouldn't know until I got this machine here. So the machine itself wasn't extremely expensive, but the cost of shipping was absolute unbelievable, double the price of the actual machine. Then it took 2 months to get to me. So all in all, it's been an absolute journey. So I'm just finishing up that bobbin now that I've threaded with the Singer machine. Then I'm gonna take that to where I need it to be. So this is, sit tight. This is all about how I managed to make this work. So moving on back to the thread. The thread this machine came with, that was inside the machine when it came, it looked exactly the same as, since the seller will not tell me exactly what count is the thread, it looked exactly the same as any other thread. Except once I put it in, it's, too tight, it's too low, loose, it's snapping, it's tangling, it's jamming, everything. So my repairer gave me this very one, which was like color that I don't want, but it was 75. So the machine have to be set in the 75 because this thread seems to have worked. It's cotton, but it's a strong cotton. This end up to be test 75, ticket 75 and test 40. That is what end up working in this machine. So the one he gave me, which was that blue color, was like cotton, but that big one that I've just raised up, which there's like identical, that one was like a polyester mixed with cotton-ish, but they mimic the same, like it's still looking thread, but quite strong. So I've add that into a bobbin. That is what then gonna go inside the machine now. So let me quickly show you guys the whole gist of threading this. Now I'll kind of cut the thread halfway through and left what was there. I don't want to mess this up. Definitely know why camera is rolling. So it's literally, I see that long bar there. Automatically you think you have to go through every single hole, but no, it's only the first hole and the last hole that the thread is actually going in. So I'm basically mimic what was already there. I didn't, as you see, the size of that thread is quite big, so I don't need to thread this that often. So if I wasn't recording, I wouldn't even need to take this down. So I don't want to mess it up, so I kind of low-key cut it off, and as I'm taking one bit out, I'm retreading it to one bit. So I hope this, you can still see, give or take, what I'm doing here. So I'm just trying to retread this machine how it was before I started making this video. So again, like the second hole I'm going through now, there is two kind of little holes in there. I'm only going through just one. So if I didn't own this machine, I would just have a look and say, you know what, there's two holes there, that means you have to go up and down on both. No, it's only my repairer have to explain this, that no, you only need one of the holes. If it is two on there was two holes on the first one, I only needed one at the start and one at the end. Then again, another two holes, I only needed just one instead of the both holes. Then off to that fluffy sponge there, then back into the other hole at the end of it, then all through to the actual needle itself. So it's been a kind of a complicated journey, if you will. I don't know if I mentioned this before. If you definitely gonna buy this, have a repairer handy, because I had to take this back to a repairer a number of times to get the thread to be right. Without the thread being right, this wasn't gonna work. So I've done threading the top half of it now. So now I'm gonna move on to the bottom. So that is the bobbin I threaded with that Singer tradition machine. So now I'm just gonna get that in there, just literally drop it in. The thread need to be this smooth, you know, pulling it out need to be smooth, no tension, nothing, you know, whatever, nothing holding you back, which is this problem I was experiencing with the bobbin, the matte bobbin that this machine came with. Have this matte finish to it, it just keep getting stuck somewhere. It wasn't smooth. So I get that in nice and smooth, get the upper thread to pick up the thread underneath, and you know, Bob is your uncle. That part was done. So I have managed to actually get everything working. So I just hope somebody can learn a thing or two from this today, because I wish there was a video showing you certain things that you would normally see before actually buying this machine. I would have been more conscious. So yes, as you see that wig there, that was the wig. This is the old video. I only just make it around editing it. So that is when the blue thread bobbin was still under the machine and I was just sewing. It's only on the inside, it doesn't really show much on the outside, so hence why you can see that blue thread there. So yes, I did hope this was helpful or will be helpful to somebody. So I'm gonna then move on to sew. The speed of this machine have to be reduced because it was way too fast than my current pace. I didn't get this machine because I wanted to be faster per se, like make weight quicker, but just to make my life easier. Imagine threading 3-4 bundles of wig, nearly finishing onto a domestic machine is a job on its own. But doing so with this, making a thicker wig or a wig like 27 pieces, like that is exactly the wig you see me doing. The 27 pieces wig. It's a breeze. Once you get this to work, or once you get it to actually going, it's a dream to work on. But until then, it has been a pain in my backside. That, just to say the least. Anyway, guys, I hope this was helpful, or this will be helpful to somebody. I will see you guys on the next one. Ciao, ciao.